Hi there, welcome to Futurelooks. I'm Eric. We're going to take a look at a brand new board that has launched from GIGABYTE here. This is the Z68X-UD3H-B3. Say that 5 times quickly. There's a couple solutions that they have. There's this one here, which is their top of the line for features like Lucid Logic's Virtue, connecting your system to another monitor if you wanted to access the integrated graphics that's on Sandy Bridge, and of course using a discrete graphics card at the same time, so one could use dual monitors. So this is their Lucid Logic's Virtue version, and of course we showed you the UD5, which is a version that doesn't have it, and this is of course for the gamers that don't need it. In this particular case, we're going to take a look at the one that supports both Lucid Logic's Virtue and Intel Smart Response technology. A couple key features of this board here that's new. Of course, right on the very front there's their new touch BIOS. Users can manipulate all kind of BIOS options via the software once you have Windows installed. It gives you quite a few presets as well for overclocking, tuning the system, turning on and off your USB charge, things like that. Also, the board is a 333, so it has everything you're going to need for a high quality board, from the 2-ounce copper, 3 times the USB power for charging extra devices, SATA 3 or SATA 6 gigabit per second, and USB 3.0 for extra connectivity. Alright, what we're going to do is get inside here and take a look. The package is pretty simple. You've got your SLI bridge enclosed here, SLI crossfire, your PCI as well, which are quite hidden by this dark plastic. You've got, looks like only four SATA cables. Of course, they are backwards compatible, 6 gigabit and 3 gigabit per second. Your driver CD, which you're going to need to get set up. You can see this board is somewhat similar to the UD5. The theme is, of course, very similar. It's a black PCB, gunmetal heat sinks. You notice there's a few less extra, and that's because it looks like GIGABYTE here has intended this board for not so much the overclocking, so much as getting connected to the integrated GPU on Sandy Bridge. So as you see here, you got your two slots here, PCI Express, a couple PCI at the bottom. All of your connective ports are along the bottom here. Very simple, again, very clean. On the back side here you got your 6 analog, which are standard for getting connecting to the Realtek audio. You've got your single LAN here. Blue is marked, the blue ports are for the USB 3.0, standard black is for your USB 2. And all these red here, you get extra USB and SATA combo ports, basically. A couple extra more on there in your PS2. Now these 2 video slots here, that's intended for your being able to access the Sandy Bridge. You get a DVI here at the bottom and a VGA, standard VGA at the top there. What we did notice is there's also a extra port here at the bottom, your more connectivity, and of course if you got an HDMI cable and that's all you need, those are always the nicer function to go. Now, while it doesn't look like there is any overclocking here, this motherboard does have the BIOS capable of supporting up to 2133 MHz XMP profile memory. So if you've got some HyperX Kingston in the gray, which we have running on our test systems all the time, that will get you there and support that just fine. Just select that in the BIOS and you save and restart, you're good to go. Otherwise, processor overclocking, again, is not quite intended here, but there is some extra. Now, again, these boards do support Intel Smart Response technology, so all one needs to get connected is an SSD, max up to 64 gig, like our Kingston here we have, or V Plus SSD now 100 series. Simply set the BIOS to RAID when you're setting up and getting Windows installed. You don't even have to set up RAID 0 or RAID 1. You just once you've got it connected, your third-party driver, your RAID driver will probably be asked for, but again, using Intel's storage software, you can turn on accelerate, which is what you want for that extra connectivity, for extra processing power. You can take advantage of the use of larger programs like databases and office platforms, Photoshop. Now it will help you load games quicker, but it won't give you any extra frames. Still, it's kind of nice being the first one into a game every time. Alright, our board here retails for about $169 from the usual places. Newegg or whatnot online retailers are about $169 US and Canadian. Very affordable SLI solution, supporting Lucid Logic's Virtue, and of course the graphics on your Sandy Bridge processor, and Intel Smart Response or SSD caching for even more support. Overall, very clean platform. So this is another one we're going to add to our roundup and see how it compares in performance. So we'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.